Now that video came across my feed, it's from about 3 years ago, and it got me thinking I want to talk about what actually happens. And immediately the structures that are affected, obviously the bones are the tibia and the fibula, but this kind of break is going to affect more than just the bone. It will affect your tendons, your ligamentous structures, your blood vessels and your nerves. The periosteum is also the outer layer of the bone, and that's full of nerve endings, and that's what would have caused that excruciating pain. There's also the risk of the person developing compartment syndrome, which basically cuts off the blood supply to the rest of the leg and needs immediate attention. Immobilization is key, and pain management. Also, checking that pulse. Usually surgery is required to help realign the bones. The gold standard of treatment is intermedullary nailing. This is where a metal rod is sent down the center of the tibia to help stabilize a fracture. In severe cases, you may need external fixation, so that metal cage around the leg, or open reduction internal fixation, so plates and screws, especially if there are more smaller bone fragments. Now, in terms of recovery, it comes in 4 stages. The first stage is immobilization, pain management and swelling, and that usually takes around 6 weeks. And then guided therapy begins, introducing exercises to help prevent muscle loss. And around 3 months, you can do partial weight bearing or full weight bearing, depending on your surgeon and your instructions, and then strength training. And then within 12 months, you should be back to normal. Oh, as normal as someone who fights for a living can be. If there was an open fracture that pierced through the skin as well, there can be the risk of infection. But even after surgery, there's still a risk of infection. And as mentioned earlier, compartment syndrome and nerve damage that can cause then motor dysfunction and chronic pain issues. And then obviously non-union of the bone if the bone's malaligned. So the next time you might think about being a UFC fighter or kicking something solid, just don't.